Good morning everyone. I am Vrushali, Assistant Professor IT Department. In my last video, we learned about introduction of queue data structure. Right? Now, in this video, we will learn about queue using sequential organization, or we can say that queue using array. So let's see how we can implement a queue using array. Next. Following points are covered in this video, which includes introduction of queue using array, queue as an ADT, that is abstract data types, operations performed on queue using array, examples of queue using array, and also some important questions which frequently asked in SPTU exam pattern. So let's see one by one. The first and important point is introduction of queue using array. Next. So what is meant by queue? We all know that queue is linear data structure, right? And queue always follow the principle first in, first out. So queue data structure is implemented using one-dimensional array only. Queue implemented using array, it store only fixed number of data values. So while you have to implement a queue using array, you must know that how many elements are stored into the queue data structure. There are a fixed number of data values. The implementation of queue data structure using array is very simple. Just define one-dimensional array, a specific size. Insert or delete the value into the array by using first in, first out principle, which is also called as FIFO, that is FIFO, with the help of variables front and rear. We all are familiar with the stack data structure. We learn about stack, their algorithms, introductions, and also C++ program in my previous video. So stack has only one pointer, that is top, but queue has two. One is front and another is rear. Initially, both front and rear are set to -1. Front equal to rear equal to -1 is indicate that queue is empty. Whenever we want to insert a new value into the queue, so increment rear value by 1 and insert at that specific position. Queue has two parts, front and rear. Rear always perform the insertion. So while insertion, that is rear plus 1, then you need to insert value here. And front is for deletion. Whenever we want to delete a value from the queue, then delete the element which is at front position and increment value by 1. So for insertion, rear equal to rear plus 1 and for deletion, front equal to front plus 1. So this is just concept of queue using array or queue using sequential organization. Clear? Next. The next topic is queue as an ADT, or which types of operations perform on queue. Queue is an object, or more specifically an abstract data types, that allows the following operations. This kind of operations are performed on queue mainly. The first, enqueue. Enqueue means to add an element to the end of the queue. Next, dequeue. Remove an element from the front of the queue. Is empty? It check that if the queue is empty. Is full? Check if the queue is full. And another one is pick operation. Pick operation get the value of the front of the queue without removing it. So these kind of operations are performed on the queue. In stack, we learn about push and pop operation, right? These are the built-in operations. So here, queue uses enqueue, dequeue, is empty, is full, pick, this kind of built-in operations, right? Next. The next, operations perform queue using array. So in this topic, we will learn about algorithm, pseudocode and some representation of the operations of the queue using array. See here, the first operation is insertion. This is just algorithm or pseudocode of insertion using queue data structure, and these are the representation. Okay. So see here, the first step is in insertion. It check whether rear equal to max minus 1. This is just simple queue using array structure. Okay. Initially, front and rear equal to -1. It indicates that Q is empty. Array always have fixed data value, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are total 5 values are stored. So max equal to 5, right? So max minus 1 equal to 4, because array always start with a of 0. A of 0 to a of 4. Means there are total 5 elements are stored. Okay? And initially your Q is empty, that is front or rear equal to -1. Clear? So first step is it check that rear equal to max -1. Suppose there are total 5 elements all stored. From a of 0 to a of 4, all values are stored here. Now you can't perform insertion operation here because Q is overflow. Clear? So before insertion, you need to check that whether the Q is overflow or underflow. Right? Next, the second step is if front exactly equal to -1 and rear equal to -1, then set front equal to rear equal to 0. See, initially front and rear equal to -1 means Q is empty. Now you have to perform insertion operation. So at that time, front and rear part both goes to here. That is front and rear equal to 0. Both pointer points to the a of 0 location for the first time. Okay. So it set front equal to rear equal to 0. Okay. So this if condition is true, then it goes to step 3. And in step 3, set Q of rear equal to num. Means first set the pointer front and rear equal to 0, and second step is to insert the value here. So Q of rear equal to 10. 10 value inserted at the first location. Clear? Now again, if this condition is false, then it goes to else part. The else part means there are already one element is present. Okay? Then you need to add another element. So at that time, now there are only one element is present, that is 10. Okay? Then you need to add 20 here. So first step is rear equal to rear plus 1, because we perform insertion at the rear side. Okay? So rear equal to rear plus 1. This is your first step. Then you need to add 20 here. This is your second step. Clear? So this is just structure and concept of insertion using Q. Clear? Next. The next operation is deletion operation. Okay. The initially your Q using array structure is here. A of 0 equal to 10 and A of 1 equal to 20. Okay. This is front and this is rear part. Suppose you have to add 30, that is 30. Okay. So again rear equal to rear plus 1, then you should add 30 here. Okay. This is the concept of insertion. Now we have to perform deletion operation. So first step is if front exactly equal to -1 or front is greater than equal to rear. Now front equal to 0, front is not -1. This condition is false, right? Again, next condition is front is greater than equal to rear. 0 is greater than equal to 1? No. Again, this condition is also false. It goes to else part. Okay. So front equal to -1 or front greater than equal to rear, this condition indicates Q is underflow. We have to perform deletion operation here. So at that time, suppose Q is empty, you can't perform deletion operation, right? So at that time, it indicates the message or display the message that is Q is underflow. Clear? Next it goes to else part. Now we need to perform deletion operation, and deletion operation always deleted the element that is pointed by the front. Okay. So we have to delete the element that is 10, because first in first out data structure, first we inserted 10, then we inserted 20, right? So we need to perform deletion operation here. So first step is Q of front equal to value. So Q of front equal to 10 and 10 is stored into the one variable that is 1. Okay. Next step, front equal to front plus 1. Now front moves to next location. Now front points to the next location, right? So at that time you should remove this 10 from this location. Clear? So for deletion, first put this value into one variable and move to F or front pointer to the next location, right? And then remove this 10 element. So this is the structure of queue operation using array. Clear? Next. So this is just one example of queue using array. See here, initially your queue is empty, that is front and rear points to the -1, right? Next, MQ2 means you should insert 2 in that queue. So 2 on placed at 0th location and front and rear both points to that. Next, MQ5. Next we should insert 5 here, okay? Then rear equal to rear plus 1, then insert 5 here. Next, MQ7, again rear plus 1 and 7 inserted here. Then DQ. So DQ always delete the element that is pointed by the front. So front points to the 2. Now front move to the next location, that is 5, and remove this element, okay? Next, again here we need to insert element, that is MQ3, 1, 9, then 10, 4, MQ6, then DQ. Again DQ means you should remove 7 from this location and front points to the next location. And MQ2, again 2 inserted from the rear side. Clear? So this is just example and concept of queue using array. Next. These are those important questions which frequently asked in SPPU exam pattern according to these marks. Next. Hope so you understood each and every points related to the queue using array, their algorithms, pseudocode and also a representation. Keep practicing. Thank you.